Build 41 of Project Zomboid was released all the way back on December 20th, 2021. It's crazy to think that that was almost 3 years ago. But today, we may finally have an answer to when Build 42 will be available to the general audience. In this month's Thursdoid Dev Blog, the Indystone team not only talked about the unstable release plans, but also gave us an insight on impressions from the internal beta testers, another look at the new building UI coming to Build 42, some concerning news about animal integration, and a new feature that will completely change how you're able to sneak around the dead. But real quick before we jump into that, if you enjoy this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you're new to my channel. Anyway, without further ado, happy Thanksgiving, and let's get right into the dev blog. Starting off this Thursdoid, Indystone gets straight into it with showing us exactly what everything's coming into Build 42. If you want to take your time and go through and read everything, go ahead and pause the video. I've already done recaps on most of the stuff being listed here in previous videos, so there's not much I need to touch on. But this next part, this is the juicy part. As many have assumed, we are currently working on getting the Unstable out before Christmas. We feel like we'll be in a good place for this, but clearly the closer we get, the shorter the window for any necessary patching before the Christmas season. If we need to, we will choose to delay, but right now, the enjoyment we're seeing from the testers certainly seems to suggest the build will be in a good enough state for wider consumption. And if it were to slip, at this point, it's hard to see it going past the new year. Now there's two things I take away from this. On one hand, it seems like Build 42 might release before 2024 is over, which will be huge news for everyone who's been waiting this long. But on the other hand, it's been 3 years and we still don't have a definitive date on when this build's coming. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to give them their credit where it's due, but guys, there's 1 month left in the year and y'all can't just give us a date in the last dev blog? Anyway, y'all tell me y'all's thoughts down below. Let's get on to some more positive news. Internal beta test impressions. We've had around 30 people in the internal beta test giving feedback now, and overall the response has been very positive, which, as we mentioned last time, has been a relief. With the feedback too has come clear spotlight on what we need to be polishing, both now while we finalize the build and what we'll be turning our attention to in the future. Testers have certainly enjoyed the new way the game feels now, with it playing more smoothly and the world feeling more alive. They universally have responded well to the new lighting, map additions, new lore, animals, optimization, underground areas, dynamic music, player vocals, corpse dragging, farming, and any of the other manifold things coming in Build 42. Our changes to the flow of Project Zomboid have also been welcome. This said, this is certainly a change likely to cause some debate in the community, but we would much rather balance things within the mainframe once we have something playable in the wild. It makes the game a little slower, more tactical, and zombies are more of a threat, especially now you also have the darkness to contend with. Those who prefer to go in with a little more action Jackson might disagree, however, so we'll see how it shakes out when everyone gets their hands on it. Given that the rural and some residential areas have less ZEDs, there are also a vague feeling that the overall game might be a little easier for experienced players now. But again, we'll tighten this up when we have more universal feedback from the playtesters at large. People really seem to enjoy the animals too, both when running them over and caring for them. Having deer and rabbits wander along their paths through woodland also gives the world a lot of life, but in terms of the actual hunting gameplay itself, there's a feeling there's much room for improvement. As such, this will be a focus during the unstable process. The rudiments are fun enough, but to get more of a Call of the Wild feeling, we're going to have to give the deer, their deaths, and the tracking much more focus during the unstable, as the animal husbandry side of animals is what has received more than the lion's share of attention during dev. Fishing, meanwhile, has gone pretty well, but from feedback, we've already got a few ideas on how to improve it as well. And if you're anything like me, you're tired of the old boring building UI. In this next section, Indystone gives us a look at what the new UI is going to look like. Having the icons makes seeing what you're crafting, as well as what you need to craft it, a lot easier, especially for the beginner players, like I was not too long ago. If you don't remember, less than a year ago, I started playing Project Zomboid, and building has been one thing that I've still kinda stayed away from. But with this new UI, I might start giving it more of a chance now. Now we get into what's giving the Indystone team the most trouble, the animals. In terms of animals, one pain point testers have outlined is the need to manually draw a zone for your livestock, should you want to move them. Farmsteads come with these created on the map, but it's not immediately obvious to new players. As such, Professor has come up with a way for each animal to automatically create its own zone to feed, drink, and breed within. But in the interest of getting the build out, we've decided to bump the full integration of this to later during the unstable process. This approach is fairly experimental, so we can't 100% confirm it'll get in, but we are optimistic given what we have from it so far. And the image you're seeing right now is what you would see if you were a sheep inside Project Zomboid. They've also added a radial menu to help care for your livestock, which gives you the option to pet them, view the animal info, and pick up as well. Is it just me, or is this sheep way too small for how it would look in real life? Like, it looks like they took the adult sheep and just sized it down for the baby sheep. The proportions just look off. Y'all tell me what y'all think down below. And for our last topic here, we have some changes to stealth and sneaking. If you don't know already, Indystone is changing the way zombies spawn in Build 42, and if you want to get more information on that, click this card up here for that. But because of that, it means that more points of interest and points of good lootage are now doused in zombies more than before. And given the addition of darkened lights in Build 42, it was time to tie zombie awareness a lot tighter to their surroundings, taking in light levels, cars and fences obscuring their view, and weather. So yes, this finally means that Zeds will have their fences dulled on a foggy day. And lastly, because it's Thanksgiving, Indystone blessed us with a little video of a hunter shooting some turkey. And I guess this is a good place to end the video. If you all enjoyed it and found this useful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to my channel. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike and tell me what you didn't like about it in the comments. I love trying to improve my content every video, so I love getting all the criticism I can. Happy Thanksgiving to all y'all who celebrate, and I hope you had a good day spending time with your family. And anyway, my name's SS Samurai 7, and I'll see you all in the next video.